All right, here we go. I know it's Friday, but you got work to do. Next week, when you're on campus, we're gonna review the Monday, Tuesday, and quiz over this material Wednesday, Thursday. If I got my days right. All that being said, this stuff we're gonna talk about today is not on your quiz next week. We're just gonna quiz 2-1 to 2-3. Okay, so give you a couple days to learn 2-4. It's not that it's that hard, but that's what we're gonna do. So, we did one step adding and subtracting. We did one step multiplying and dividing. Now we're going to do some of these multi-step inequalities. So, solving these is just like solving an equation, something with an equal sign. The obvious difference here is what we talked about yesterday. If at any point you multiply or divide by a negative number, you have to change the inequality around. So here we go. I need to solve this equation. Subtract 7 on both sides. Next step, I have a division equation, so I'm going to multiply by -6 on both sides. That should hit your eardrum. Multiplied by -6. Because when I multiply by a negative, I change the inequality. Change the direction. If you multiply by a negative, change the direction of the inequality. I'm not going to graph it. Is this an open circle or closed circle? Open. Is it shading left or shading right? Shading right. Let's do another one. I do want to say something before we go on. Notice I didn't change the sign here. This is a subtraction problem. It's not a division, it's not multiplication. You only change it when you multiply or divide by a negative number. Subtracting does not change the sign. Here we go. What am I going to do to both sides? Add 4. Divide by 2. Do I need to change the inequality if I divide by a +2? No. Is this graph going to be open or closed? Got the underline, closed. Left or right? Right. Shade the way it points. So if you can remember all the stuff from chapter 1 and then throw in this one little twist about when you change the inequality, you'll be in good shape. Let's do number 4. So I need to get this by itself. So again, remember the negative is with the v over 3. So if I need to take care of that, I need to subtract 5 is my first step. I subtracted 5. Do I change inequalities when I subtract? No. 1. I still have -v over 3 remaining. Now, division, so I'm dividing. I got this out here, so I need to multiply by -3 on both sides of the equation. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Negative gives me +v. What did I do to both sides? Multiplied by -3. Multiply by a negative, change the inequality. Over here it comes out to be -3. Do I want to leave it like that? No, I don't. I don't want to graph it over here. So I'm going to turn it around. Now I have something I can graph. Closed circle, shade to the right. So, again, remember your steps to solving equations, multiple steps, what you're supposed to do with that one twist. If you multiply or divide by a negative, change the inequality around. Here we go. So, actually, you know what? I'll show you a couple things here. I put it up there twice. I'm going to work it out twice. I'm going to show you that it doesn't really matter where you put that variable. So I'm a big fan of getting the variable on the left-hand side. And I've told you from the beginning, work the variable stuff first. So this will be 4x and 5 divide. Cool. What if you would go the other way with the variable? Now, not very many people would want to do that because this is a smaller number, but in case this would be 12 or something like that. Some of you like to deal with positive numbers. Can you do that? All right. Watch your stuff. Remember the negative is with the 5. So, as you're working through a problem, divide by -4, +4, change the sign. I would turn it around. Same answer. So it doesn't matter if you go left or if you go right. The big difference is, now this one happened to come out negative, so we turned it, but the big difference is you got to make this last twist here to get the variable on the left-hand side. That's why I always want you to go left, even if you have to divide by a negative. I would rather see you go over here. You don't have to do that last step. Okay, but that's my personal preference. If you insist on going to the smaller number or whatever, just remember, turn it around so you can go. All right, oh, let's look at some real funky stuff here. That's gonna be Monday's conversation. I'm just gonna let that sit there and let you think about it all weekend, and we'll think about it, because that's actually gonna be Monday's conversation. All right, take care, boys and girls, and talk to you next week.